Chris is our son. He's our second-born child, and he was born with Treacher-Collins syndrome. And we had him go to Central Institute for the Deaf because we thought he was hearing impaired. And they told us they thought he was autistic.
We knew Chris wasn't talking. He was not ambulating normally. He had developed some motor tendencies that were inappropriate. And we thought we'd give him the best chance.
We really struggled when he graduated from school because we just couldn't imagine him sitting at home all day, and there was nothing. We found an organization that eventually became Easter Seals.
I think when parents first come to us, they've gotten that diagnosis of autism or a developmental disability, and they're at the end of their rope, and they don't have a lot of hope.
I've seen Chris in a restricted environment, and I've seen him in the last 15 years in a non-restricted environment, and there is no comparison.
The most remarkable improvements for Chris over the years have been with his behavior. He presented with lots of challenging behaviors early on, some pretty violent behaviors that were, I think, frightening to his family and his caregivers, and we've been able to work with that over the years to help get those under control, give him a different way to express himself.
For me, there's no greater reward in what I do than to gain that level of trust with a person I'm working with.
It's been the best thing for our adult son.
I know him to be a person with a good sense of humor. He likes to laugh at himself. He's got a ready smile. He enjoys good food. He enjoys being out in his community and walking.
They care about him like they're their own family. And I remember when Chris got very sick, they referred to Chris as their nephew.
I call him my nephew. We've grown really close. He looks forward to seeing me. We're like family.
Sometimes he gives you a hug, sometimes he claps when he sees you coming in. That's a sign that actually he values your presence in his house.
Chris lives in his own home, and so we are able to provide staffing to provide support to him 24 hours a day.
The house that Chris lives in is in Maryland Heights. He's lived here for 12 years. It's a 4-bedroom home that has 2 roommates.
It was like he became a different person overnight when he moved into a house. He saw this house, he got so happy, he clapped when he walked in, and it was unbelievable.
Chris knows where everything should be in the house. If you put your bag somewhere that it's not supposed to be, Chris will go and pick it up and put it where you need to put it.
He picks out his own clothes and he dresses himself, has to put his cologne on, because if I miss the cologne, he'll go back and get it. And we cologne up and he waits patiently to be taken off the program.
Twice a week, we volunteer with the Bridgeton Community Center Meals on Wheels program. We deliver food to some of the residents in the building. We have built some very warm and satisfying relationships. We engage Chris in helping us to deliver the food because it gives Chris a sense of doing things for other people.
When we are able to isolate the skills that someone needs to learn in order to be more independent, we can focus on those, we can teach those, and then they have the ability to go out and find volunteer jobs, to find employment, and be really a very active participant in society.
The independence is just necessary for everybody, so he's no different from anyone else.
Rather than sort of sitting alone with his staff at his house, he's coming here, he's interacting, he's getting out in the world. He's able to provide services. He's able to hand meals to people who wouldn't otherwise have it.
You know, it's a parent's biggest fear, what will happen to their loved one if they're no longer around. And I feel a great peace knowing that he's in an organization like Easter Seals.
Our worldview has been expanded because we work with these people every day, and so we celebrate the large and the small, and we know that that's why we're here.